And it says we are live. And do you notice something different? Do you notice something different? I, of course, am going to take a few minutes just to get things set up here. I might be a little dark. This might take a little. I don't know if there's much I'm going to be able to do about that. This might take a little fiddling with light and whatnot. Possibly. A little bit of. I don't know if you're going to be able to. No, it's going to be way too bright on me.
You won't be able to see?
Yeah, no, it's going to be way too bright. Like I'm blinding the people that are watching.
No, but you can't see it. Hold on.
No, you need to see this. You cannot leave it like that.
Oh, you actually right.
Yeah, no, you can't do that, guys. You might notice something different. I got a new computer with a new camera. I assume you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. That's still too bright. It can't be on me. I'm too pale. I'm like Sheamus from the WWE pale. It cannot be on me at all. It's going to have to be completely off me.
I put this over here.
Can you put it on that? That might work. That might work. Hey guys, bear with me a little bit because I'm getting set up. Of course, this is a new setup. We may see some changes over the next couple of weeks. Let me know if you can hear me. I assume that you can hear me. Somebody tell me if you can hear me. I know you can see me. Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Beyond the pretty much. I don't do the sun or outdoors. I'm not a sun or outdoors guy. We're gonna have like probably a couple of weeks of getting used to this new. What are you doing? What? Stop that. This is my life, folks. We have a ton of news. I'm glad that we're taking a bit of time to get in here. A ton of news, including not only all the listings that have come out in the last couple of days. I have some exclusive listings that have not yet been mentioned anywhere. Let your friends know, man. Let your friends know. Of course, I am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, loud them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for. All those links are in the description. Check me out all across social media. Those links in the description. Of course, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. By the way, a whole bunch of new lines I just put up on Teespring yesterday. We're going to talk about that a little bit too. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. Of course, it's Thursday. I'm here. You're beautiful. And it's time for GotBot Goes live. We do have a bit of an unboxing. Ton of news. We do have trivia tonight, brought to us tonight by our good friend Blue Raccoon. You probably recognize kind of the setup behind me. It's what we usually have in the intros and outros of the videos. I don't know if we'll stay here. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, you might have to work with me a little bit over the next couple of weeks as I get used to this new workflow. Let's see here. I see you guys talking. I'm just going to get things set up. I'm still getting used to like this new computer setup, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. Things are, however, coming around, which is nice. But we still have definitely a ways to go yet for sure. But tonight's gonna be, it's funny, when I don't say that I have a huge unboxing, there tends to be less people in here, but I'm telling you, I have a bunch of news. And a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but all of that's been said. I assure you, it has not. And the listings that I have are confusing. I hope that they're clarified tomorrow, but they're very confusing. Some of them are extremely confusing as to what they exactly could be. Hey, BS Prime, happy to see you here, buddy. Dragonfly, happy you're here. What? Almost lost your apartment to a fire? What? That's not good. I hope everybody's okay, man. Gotta take that up a bit. That's wild, man. Things are going actually really good, BS Prime. Happy camper for the most part, I guess you could say. Hey, Jay, happy to see you here, buddy. Grimlock Gun, always happy to see you here. Hey, Austin. Yeah, I know. I was extremely light, Austin, but I was too. I knew that it shouldn't be directly on me, but my wife, she didn't. Oh, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Excellent. If you remember a little while ago, we kind of tried some tests, I'll say, of doing some, um, how can I put this? Some tests of doing some other methods that that kind of didn't work, like was various degrees of success. But this is a brand new computer. Like my computer that I usually use is actually to my left. I'll still be using that a little bit for some videos up and coming. Today I was actually working on the season 2 finale of Universal Collision. Fine, getting around to a bit of that, but my day job has been nuts, absolutely nuts, since September, honestly. Hey Arsenal. Hey Vector. If you go down here. Hey, Blue Raccoon. Happy to see you here, buddy. Hey, Tracer. Uh, you might actually still hear the fan, at least for now, where the computer is over there. But no, it should go away, so you probably shouldn't hear. To be fair, though, that computer that I was using, or have been using, is 11 years old. By the way, speaking of 11 years, today, the 8th of April marks 11 years since I moved into my house. Today is a bit of an anniversary for me. It was 11 years ago today that I was moving in here. Um, let's see. Yeah, we got a lot of news tonight, man. It's gonna be a full show for that. Hey, Soundwave. Hey, Sound Blaster. Thoughts on Cyberverse Deluxes? I think Cyberverse Deluxes should have been what Cyberverse Deluxes are what the line should have been right from the beginning. There shouldn't have been any of these warriors or any of this gimmicky junk. All that stuff still clogging the shelves. Like Alpha Trion is still that ultra class Alpha Trion is still clogging. I'm still getting used to where the camera and stuff is too. So bear with me. That Alpha Trion, I'm so used to looking over here a little bit because that's where the camera usually is. I'm not used to it being right there in front of me. Um, like I said, bear with me a little bit, guys. But the Alpha Trion, like, is still clogging the shelves. Now, I loved the Ultra Class later on, like Wild Wheel and Rack and Ruin. I think the Deluxes should have been the way the line was right from the beginning. I think then a lot of people very early on would have said it was a fantastic line. The problem is, I think that the early offerings were kind of lackluster, and that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, and they didn't give the Deluxes a fair shake. I didn't need any of those characters, but I will admit that they are quite good. I know that Ninja Bill is a huge fan of the Deluxes, and I know he reviewed a bunch of them. Check out his reviews of them, honestly. General Kenobi. Oh, I jumped down there a little bit. Hey, Miles. Sovereign Knight. Triple R. Happy to see you here, buddy. Hey, Crimson. Yeah, it's so surreal, Crimson. Like, it's so weird. Like, it does not feel like I've been here 11 years of my life, and so much has changed. Like, when I moved in here, it was me and my cat, Mo. That's it. That's who it was. And the place needed so much work. And now, 11 years later, it's me, it's Starscream Wife, it's the Scraplets, it's Tessa Bear. Like, how life changes. You know this movie called The Train? I do not know the movie called The Train. Nope. Sorry. Um, No, she does. When she vacuums pretty hardcore, but no, it was the fan in the computer because it was an old computer, right? It still works. Here's the thing, it still works fine, except it's really after slowing down. Like I know it's getting toward the end of its life. Um, I'll have to check out that story sometime after because actually, as soon as I'm done with the show tonight, Andy B from Andy B Games, he was on the show some months ago, is actually coming by. And for those of you who are wrestling fans, we're actually going to be watching night 2 of NXT Stand and Deliver. So looking forward to that after the show. Yeah, that's true. Starscream Wife does have to mod. She's absolutely right. Um, yeah, the Cyberverse Deluxes are great. Going down here. I think it's a Voyager Kingdom Starscream. And hey, Devlin, if I didn't say it already. Okay, so let's let's start things off here a little bit, shall we? Let's start things off here a little bit. We're going to give time for people to come in before we get to the main news. Of course, we do have our trivia tonight coming up. We do have a little bit of an unboxing. It's not a big one, but we've got a little unboxing coming up there. So, first things first. What can I say? Director Angel Manuel Soto says that his Transformers movie is not going to be Bayverse. In fact, it's not going to be in the US and it's not going to be military. Very interesting. There's a lot of knots there. I'd like to know what it will be. Speaking of Transformers films, Transformers 7 apparently is pinning Anthony Ramos. I have no idea who the guy is. Star, apparently, as the lead. He is apparently going to play like a troubled anti-hero type of character who will be redeemed by Optimus Prime. And right now they're kind of doing tests of other actresses that could play alongside him as a lead, as supporting actor, supporting role. I guess we'll see what comes of it. But so far, by my reckoning, there are 3 Transformers films in the works. I last night didn't do well. These are going to have to be something special and not overdone and not overblown. Bumblebee did well. It wasn't perfect, but it did well. I feel like one of these is going to end up going to a streaming service exclusively, and 2 of them will probably be theatrical. That's how I feel. I don't know anything about that, but that's exactly how I feel. MMC released, or at least certainly showed up. I think it's released, if not pre-order, for Iris. It is a female version of Coulter, their version of Tarn, and I think it's really interesting. They're doing this whole line where they take these characters and they make one change to them. Hey, Tia Fangeek, happy you're here, buddy. Where they make one kind of major change to them. In this case, Tarn as a female. I think it's cool. I think it looks brilliant and beautiful. It has 71 points of articulation. Look, I like MMC. I love MMC. That's who my Salvia Promenon is. My Solus Prime. I think that they do great things. Look at what they're doing with their or look at what they did, I should say, with their Predaking, Terminus Hexatron, like, he was fantastic. They do so many good things. They're Rodimus. They do so many good things. So, yeah, why would this be any different, honestly? Fig pins, a bunch of Transformers pins, G1 inspired. As of yesterday, the Soundwave that I think is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, that went up for pre-order. So, cool, I guess, if you want pins. X-Transbots showed up their Defensor, who's going to stand 51 centimeters in height. That is 20 and a half inches. He's going to be huge. Extremely G1. We also saw images of their Streetwise. Very G1, obviously meant for a Masterpiece line. X-Transbots blowing it out of the water, man. So impressed with X-Transbots lately. Let's see. Studio Series B127, Dino, and Starscream all out in both the US. I know that thanks to Jay Holla. And in Canada, as a matter of fact. So they're kind of out everywhere. In Canada, they've been cited at some EB games in Ontario and I think BC, if I'm not mistaken. Danny would probably know best if they're in BC. I think that's where Danny is, if I'm not mistaken. Shockwave Labs showed off 3 upgrade kits, all for Hot Rod. One is SL102. It is a lightsaber and shield. It's like a sword and shield thing. Cool, I guess. Very Energon-esque. And then they had 103, which is a hand blaster. I don't know if it's comics inspired, maybe. I don't know where the hand blaster thing comes from. And 104, the Primus sword, which looks pretty good. I don't know. I don't know any of these things. I don't know Hot Rod having them. I feel like they all must be comics related. I guess. I really don't know. But if you want those things for your Hot Rod, go for it, man. I'm going to check in with you guys here a little bit because I know I'm going down through stuff there.
So everybody thought I was vacuuming.
Everybody thought you were vacuuming. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, you're right, Crimson. This is the same spot. This is the exact same location as the intros. Will it stay here? I don't know. We'll see. But I have a new computer. This one is a laptop rather than a desktop, so this one can actually move around. Who knows? Maybe one of these days we'll do the show outside. But not now because it's awful out. But you never know, right? We'll see what happens. I thought you were backing me. Everybody thought that as we go down.
What kind of supportive wife would I be if I vacuumed during your show?
Yeah, right. I mean, I need her in here a lot of times, right? Hey, Input, happy to see you here, buddy. Fig pins are pretty worthless. They are unless you like pins, you know, if you like. By the way, I had all these like Transformer stickers, and I was always like, what am I ever going to do with them? My laptop now is covered in Transformer stickers as of about 25 minutes ago before we went on the show. Um, Finally got something to do with them. I got Kingdom Ultra Magnus, Core Class Megatron Starscream, and 86 Grimlock today. You know what? By the way, 86 Grimlock. I'm going to show this now. I managed to get that chest piece off, that dark tanny chest piece. I like this much better. I'd like to have like a clear piece for this. I know there's an upgrade kit and stuff. I don't know who makes it. I don't know where it comes from or any of that stuff. But I didn't think I could take the like overly tinted chest piece off, and I like the screws were like stripped on it, man. But I was able to get the screws out. Now the funny thing is the screws are actually still in the holes, but I was able to get it out enough that that piece could come off. And I did not realize that the tempoed Autobot symbol on his chest inside is actually raised and molded in. This guy just keeps getting better and better and better. He's amazing. By the way, though I'm not going to show it here, I don't think tonight, the Dino Force lads are fantastic. I think what I'm going to do, because of their coloration, is I think I'm going to stick with their Dino Force characterizations in fiction, but I think I'm going to give them their North American names, like Scowl and Ice Pick and whatnot, because I think those are kind of cooler names. And like, I don't even know if I'm saying the Japanese names correctly. So I think that's what I'm going to do. What I didn't realize was not only do I have the team, not only do I have their pretender shells, but all 6 members have been toy hacked. Every one of them has a toy hack set on them as well. I don't know what my life is. I am so fortunate, so thankful to have them. They are fantastic. Honestly, I'm still now 2 weeks later picking at them endlessly. Tomorrow, speaking of something that I pick at endlessly, tomorrow, Dinobot's review goes up. Man, oh man, I think he's a little light for Voyager, but I love him so much that I see the value. He's fantastic. And you know who else is fantastic and blowing me away? And like, honestly, I got her in my hand all the time. Air Razor. If there's only one deluxe that you get from the entire War for Cybertron trilogy, get Air Razor. She's that good. Honestly, she's that good. The female Tyrant is very cool. I absolutely agree. I just wish to scale with Generations. I 100% agree with you, Triple R. If that was the case, I'd get it. Seriously, I would get that. Hey, Maximal 10, happy you're here. Don't worry about being late, buddy. I'm giving people time to get in because we got a lot of news here to cover. She's not going to play the drums during a live stream. That's something you do. I'd love the thought that GotBot would have one of those vacuum bots. Actually, it wouldn't make sense for us to have the vacuum bot because of the way that the stairs are here. Like it wouldn't be able to do the stairs until they can do the stairs, man. It's not gonna make much sense. Hey, Sovereign Knife, I didn't say hi. I know you're at work, buddy. I know you're at work. Hey, Landon. I'm definitely missing a bunch here. If I miss stuff, guys, I really apologize. Yeah, Starscream wife's new laptop because we both bought new computers. Hers, of course, has a Decepticon symbol. By the way, the countdown coming up on Monday that the voting is going on now is if you could be a Transformer, what Transformer would you be? It was a topic suggested by Starscream wife herself, and the voting is all over the map for it. It's gonna be a fun one. Some people asked, why is Starscream and Metroplex in the picture for that question? because obviously Starscream wife, if she could be a Transformer, would be Starscream. I've always said, every time I'm asked the question, I want to be Metroplex, man. I want to be huge and turn into a city. So that's why those two are picked. That Bumblebee Starscream is great, but I still haven't transformed him. I'm thinking, man, the thrust. I'm really thinking the thrust. I feel like he could become a version of Liege Maximo. Would need a different head, some more green paint, but I feel like that could be my Liege Maximo. Yeah, I know Nanav makes a clear one, Dragonfly, but again, to get to Canada, you need minimum orders and stuff from them. Let's see. How do I feel about the price increases? I've been talking about that for a long time. Titan is going up, and we'll talk about that when we get to the arc. I'm not getting the arc, honestly, and I'll explain why when we get to it. Not that I don't think it's good, but they priced themselves out of the market. Yeah, Dark Energon Starscream is like her embodiment of who she is. Bloom White Hot Rod, Cryo Wheel. Interesting. Interesting. You did not miss the Titan Arc stuff. I'm saving it to let as many people get in here as possible because there's a bunch of news, including news and listings that I exclusively have here. That may not make sense, but we'll see tomorrow because we all know what's happening tomorrow. Let's see. Hey, look at that, Danny. Speaking of Danny, question specifically for you. Is the studio series Starscream and the B-127 and whatnot in BC? I feel like I heard reports that it was in BC. I don't know if you heard it or not, but and I think that's where you are, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see the video of the Kingdom Magnus hiding hands. I'm not in for Kingdom Magnus at all. I don't have a reason to get it. It's $75 and I don't have a reason to get it. I'm sure it's good and it will be for some people, but the Combiner Wars lad with the X2 toys and PC-17 set is my Magnus. I don't have a need for the Kingdom. That being said, there is an upgrade kit to go with the Kingdom Magnus that like elongates his thighs and gives him a bit of extra height. If that Magnus is your Magnus, I highly suggest you get that specific upgrade kit. Do yourself a favor and get that. Okay, so going on down through the news here, still continuing. T-Rex is going to apparently be a red card exclusive. Even in Canada at Toys R Us, he is listed in the system as a red card exclusive. So I guess he's going to be a Toys R Us exclusive in Canada, Target exclusive in the US. I'm not informed. I don't know the character. Some people said he's Beast Machines. I know nothing about him. I don't even have the Wave 1 Beast Wars Megatron yet. I don't even know if I like the mold. Honestly, like it hasn't, my pre-order is still there. I asked today about it and they were like, yeah, it hasn't come in yet. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey Roger, doing good, buddy. I made my girlfriend okay. They've been showing up, yeah, in the cities like Vancouver. Probably show up here soon. That's what I thought, Danny. That's what I thought. Thank you very much. By the way, I want to give a shout out, of course, to Razor Beer for being a Super Chat super fan and to Danny for being a Super Chat super fan tonight. I very, very, very much appreciate it. I don't deserve all of the adulation. By the way, I guess before I go on with the news, I'll throw this out now. A little bit of my own news. A lot of people have been asking me for a while about some new lines for Teespring. In terms of apparel and accessories. So I put some up. There is one now, not a Voyager, because sometimes something is just not a Voyager. So the not a Voyager line is up. The it's not good line is up. The man, I dig it line is up. What else went up? Super duper is gone up. And what's the cartoon is king. By the way, Input plans to do a toy is king shirt. He and I, we're gonna have a bit of dueling to do about that, man. He and I are gonna have a bit of dueling to do. That's not, that's not even to mention like To the Hunt and GotBot Unapologetic and all of the other lines that are up there. There's a lot of stuff there. See, Dragonfly knows to the hunt. And it's not just t-shirts. Like there's a lot of stuff there, man. Check it out. Hot Rod is absolutely a voyage. Look at Triple R. Look at Triple R trying to stir the pot. Look at Triple R trying to stir the pot. Duke it out, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely duke it out. Magic Square showed up their Legends Perceptor. He looks glorious. If you're in for Legends, get it. Magic Square always does a good job. Let's be realistic. MP Skywarp coming with what looks like thrust effects and then blast effects, which are nice. Again, that weird new Starscream Thundercracker Skywarp mold, it looks weird to me. I'm not an MP guy, but cool, I guess, if that's what you want to do. Hey, Sovereign Knight. Oh, look at that. I appreciate that, buddy. Get the set from Nana. Oh, you're a gent. You are a super chat super fan and an absolute gent. You've always been a gent to me. Like every time we talk, you're a gent to me. And I trust me, it does not go unnoticed. Like a baby masterpiece. Yes. Input should have that. Yes, absolutely. A former seeker who left. I love the fiction that you come up with for yourself, Blue Raccoon. Pulse Fan Fest is tomorrow. They're unveiling everything. This is why I think some of the listings tonight are going to be very interesting. Keep them in mind for tomorrow when we go through them. Yeah, I don't like the new MP Seeker mold to me. Like it feels bulbous, like rounded or something. I don't know. There's something weird about it to me, and I don't know what it is. Hey, Em, happy to see you, buddy. I'm always honored when you come in here, my friend. Let's see. Make a custom Micronus out of Siege Stormcloud. You could do that. I mean, I'm just using the actual Titan Micronus as Micronus because he's Micronus. But you know what? That's actually a clever idea. I like it. I appreciate that, Roger. You know, whatever brings you in, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your break. I hope things are going good for you. It looks like the new Seeker MP mold. We're down here. I'm looking forward to the Dead Seeker. Yes, the Dead Seeker. I need that Seeker because I'm not going to use him as a Dead Seeker, but I definitely plan to like kind of pair him up with Hot Link and Red Wing and have that be some sort of a weirdo trio. Why not? It looks like a new Seeker MP mold. Yeah. Can't wait for the Fan Fest. We're going to see what happens with that tomorrow. We'll have a lot to talk about and catch up on next week. This week's Tales from Teletran ought to be an interesting one. As we go down. Hey, A-Girl. I want that Beast Wars Scorpenoc. We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, so going on here. Let's see. Icon Heroes got a bunch of stuff put up for pre-order today, like a Matrix book and some Autobot and Decepticon card holders, if that's your jam. We also got like a Grimlock sword letter opener. Like they do a lot of weird trinkety things. Skids and Reboost are apparently going to come out in November, and they're going to retail for $109 roughly US. Very reasonable for MP. And apparently, Reboost is going to come with a human and a bike. I don't know what the reference is, but I actually feel like that is a sensible price for MP. Honestly, it might be a great go-to Skids because the Generations one. Let's be honest, the Generations one is rough. It's a rough Skids, man. It is a rough Skids. I should be on TFT this. I would love to be on TFT this week. However, Saturday and Sunday this week is WrestleMania, man, and I already do have plans with Andy B for both of those nights. But I wish I could. Honestly, I really wish I could. Um, I don't know. I don't know what time you guys are going on. I don't know if it's before the show or not. Maybe I could pop in for a little bit. Maybe I could pop in for a little bit because there's a couple of matches that I think are going to be kind of filler. So maybe I could pop in for a little bit. We'll see. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll do lunch. Well, we won't, but you know what I mean. Um, I appreciate it, Brian. I more than you know. More than you know. Thank you for being a super chat super fan. More than you know, honestly. The Human and Bike are references to the Diaclone version. Oh, yes. I like that, Maximal Tannen. I did not realize it. Okay. Okay. Are we going? Let's do trivia first. We're going to get into the news very quickly here. Now, let's do trivia first. This one comes from Blue Raccoon. I'm going to have to do something about this lighting because the lighting is rough here to be reading this, especially with my terrible handwriting. I write like a 5-year-old. So, this week's trivia says, which Maximal was saved by Rhinox when they were a protoform? What are you doing? Oh, why is it darker?
Because you said it was too bright.
No, I didn't. Oh. I said something like they have to be done with the light because it's hard to read this. It ain't bright enough.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, no, it ain't bright. Don't make me dark, man. Don't turn me out.
Oh yeah.
Don't extinguish my light, wife.
Oh, at first it was too bright. Now it's not bright enough.
Well, it was too bright when it was over here, like right on me. It was too bright for them.
I can't win.
It was gonna blind everybody. Like I said, I don't go out in the sun. It's like my enemy. Okay, so the trivia. Which Maximal was rescued from Pterosaur by Rhinox while they were still a protoform? A. Black Arachnia. B. Air Razor. C. Transmutate. Or D. Silverbolt. Was it A, B, C, or D? A is Black Arachnia. B is Air Razor. C is Transmutate. And D is Silverbolt. Who was saved by Rhinox from Air Razor? From Pterosaur.
Is the answer Air Razor?
Well, I guess we're going to see in a minute. Shattered Glass Decepticon symbols on Shattered Glass Acid Storm. He has no immunity to his Acid Rain ability and is constantly... That's wild. I want 2 Dead Seers. That's a good idea, Triple R. My targets have been... Yeah, your targets have been on point, Jay. Honestly. Gosh, I miss them so much. Hey, Lewis. I'll need 2 to display in alt mode. I don't necessarily need 2. I just need 1. You guys can have 2 if you want. Lucha Libre was like, what those guys do is crazy. I don't even know how they practice that stuff. See, input. I thought that you were a fan. How do you forgive at WrestleMania, man? It's been it's all week this week, baby. Hey, Bob. Hey, Manitoba. Sparkler Seeker will be as dead and distribution. Yeah, same here. I mean, look, we didn't get anything from Wave 1 of Netflix. We got Wave 2, some of Wave 2. We didn't get anything from Wave 3, not yet. The only reason I have Cheetor is all thanks to Jay Holla. Hey, Lewis, if I didn't say hi. I think I did, though. Air Razor. Denison the P, right? Yeah, I am a princess, so. I hate it when mom and dad fight. So does Tessa. She hates it too. I don't know, but Silverbolt is hot. And the answer is, a lot of people got it. The answer is indeed Air Razor. The answer is indeed Air Razor. Okay, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the news, the reveals. We're going to do the stuff that everybody's been talking about at this point. Oh my goodness, look who's here. Analog Ninja himself. Man, it has been too long. I'm so glad that you're here for a show, man. I hope that your hand is doing better because that was gnarly, man. And that's the only way to say it. It was gnarly. My night was just made because Analog Ninja's here. All we need now is chicken fried steak to come in. Okay, going down through. So, first things first. Generations Voyager Starscream PR. I assume that's going to be some sort of a repack of the Earthrise, but who knows? I don't know exactly what that's going to be. My guess is it's going to be a repack of the Earthrise. My favorite Transformers, Lewis character, Wheeljack, like plastic offering. This guy right here, I don't know if you can see him. It is the foot of Metroplex. I never ever get tired of Metroplex. Dude turns into a city. So yeah, so we have another Voyager Starscream. I mean, I don't need it. I assume it's the yeah, the Earthrise repacked. I guess we'll see. What else do we have? Man, this is harder to see. I'm gonna definitely have to do something about this light next time. We have a Project Park. Apparently, that is going to be a collaboratives Rexy made from the mold that is being used for T-Rex and Megatron. So apparently Rexy is indeed happening. Project Bat. Apparently that's going to be a collaboratives. I don't know what Project Bat could be. Could it be something Batman inspired? I don't know. I guess we'll see what Bat is. I don't know what mold they would use for that. I keep thinking like some sort of an Onyx Primal type of thing, but I guess we will see, I suppose. Generations Prime OP Fig. I have no idea what that could be. I mean, we have a Voyager, we have a core class. I don't know if, like, I wonder when it says Generations Prime OP, could it be? Could it be? Because it says it says Generations Prime OP Fig. Could it be a Generations version of Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime? Could they actually be revisiting that already? Interesting. Interesting. That's all I can say. Interesting. Heard the bad thing is Dracula. Interesting. Could be. It could. Like, honestly, I really don't know. I'm just going to check in with you guys here a little bit. You had a what go off in your ear?
Ugh. When Analog Ninja sends his donation with.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Black Arachnia terrified me when I was little. She was scary, man. I'm glad it's getting better, buddy. I am, because that was rough. Oh, myself and Starscream, we cringed when we saw it. I have been bitten by the Shatterglass bog bat. So have I, but the problem is I'm not going to be able to get any of them. My understanding is all the Shatterglass stuff is Pulse exclusive. Okay, well then thanks for excluding a lot of people, Hasbro. Good on you. I hope that's not true. I really hope that's not true. I know that's what I've heard, but I hope that's not true. And I don't need a huge Shatterglass cast, but they're like, I'd like to have, and I said this before after getting Prime and Ratchet, like 4 or 5 on each side. Just a respectable little group on each side would be great for Shatterglass. So we go down here. Jetfire is a good one too. I had an extra Rat Bat, and I plan to make it into Graphy. Gonna try and 3D print a new head. Thoughts? I don't know who Graphy is. Who's Graphy? I don't know who that is. The Kingdom Ultra Magnus is not good. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not, but there's a t-shirt to go with it now. That's why I said I wasn't able to get the Starscream in Earth, but I want the repack. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a repack. Grimlock King. Grimlock is king. I agree. Have you seen the Transformers the movie 30th Anniversary Edition? I own it, Lewis. Not only have I seen it, I own it. Starscream Wife got it for me a couple of years ago now. I'm not gonna lie, these figures are coming out at hyper speed. Yeah, too fast, Jay. I agree with you. Personally, could get Shattered Glass, but I'm not sure about getting some. That's fair. Kingdom Magnus needs a redo. Maybe. Yeah, the 30th anniversary movie is excellent. If they are Hasbro Pulse exclusives, I'm out. It pains me to say that, but I hate when companies put things behind a paywall. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I agree. Got me more into Shattered Glass. um, I don't know him. I don't know him, Stitch. I honestly don't know him. I'd have to go back and look at him. That's all right, man. Listen, better late than never. Let's keep going here because we got a lot to talk about. Art Fire. I told you guys this about a year ago that the grapple mold was going to be reused for Inferno and that we were getting a Selects Art Fire out of it. I love the mold. I'm in for it. Shattered Glass Blur, Goldbug, Megatron, Jetfire. It's interesting. I look at that, and the only good guy Decepticon in the bunch is Megatron. I want him. I would like to have Megatron. The Blur, this Jetfire, the Goldbug, they'd be nice. That could be my team. Jetfire, Goldbug, Optimus, and Ratchet. Boom. Autobot side done. Maybe the Blur. That's it. I don't need any more for the Autobot for the evil Autobots. Megs. I don't know who they're going to use for him, but I'd like to have the Megatron. I really, really would. If they put Shattered Glass as a Pulse exclusive, they're shooting themselves in the foot and they're leaving a lot of money on the table. Bad business decision. Really super bad business decision. Generations, Galvatron, and Unicron pack. I have no idea what this could be. It's funny. Somebody joked and had the like Unicron body with the, I think it was from the comics or something, with like the Galvatron legs on it and the arms and the head. And I was like, I don't don't think so. I feel like that this is going to be something more akin to like when we had Megatron, like Unicronus or whatever it was in Transformers Prime when Unicron took over his body. I feel like it's going to be something more akin to that, but I don't know. It's a really weird one. Now, some people have said that will actually be a Unicron trilogy Cybertron version of Galvatron. I think that's wishful thinking, but we'll see. May see as early as tomorrow. Sideswipe and Night Prowler. We saw a Digibash of Night Prowler. I could believe that. An Earth Sideswipe, I'd be in for it. I don't really need the Night Prowler, but an Earth Sideswipe, be in for it. What else do we have? Golden Disc. All I'm thinking is Galactic Odyssey. I feel like this is going to be a Amazon exclusive that pains me because they were a nuisance to get. My Botropolis is in town, was not delivered today, but is in town thanks to input. It was a pain. But I like at least some of the characters that they're doing there. Golden Disc, Jackpot, I don't know who that is. I don't care. But we know that we're supposed to be getting a Golden Disc Pterosaur. I want it, and a Golden Disc apparently now Tigatron. I want those. I don't like all this exclusive stuff. It's taken the joy out of it for me, and I don't I don't I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the characters. I don't like the way it's being distributed. I mean, to each their own. It's just I don't like the way it's being distributed, man. Let's see. As we go down here. Hey, H&E Games. I don't know anything about, like, here's the thing. Like, it's no point. The only way that they ship to Canada is with FedEx. And for FedEx to here, like, I did price the Centurion pack when it first came out. And the Centurion pack was like $19.99 US or $29.99 US or something. The shipping to here was $48. Like, to me, that's prohibitive. When the shipping is about double, going on double the price, like, it's ridiculous. No, to me, that means you're not servicing the country. To say you are is an insult. There's nothing that they make that I want that bad. I'm not paying $48 shipping. It shouldn't be. Like, Paul shouldn't be. You're a manufacturer and a distributor. Stay at the retail game. Leave the retail game to the retailers. All you're doing is horning in on their business. Warning about Kingdom Optimus Primal. He had two of his pistons on Optimus Prime's leg snap. Really? I didn't. Now, like, I reviewed him. I like him. I had a loan of him. I don't know. I don't think I need him. He's super rare around here, and I know some people who want him a lot worse than I do. So I'm kind of like leaving him on the shelf for the people who want him because he's super hyper rare. Like, I've seen him once. That's how rare he is. I keep talking about what Megatron?
That Megatron that you want.
The Shattered Glass one? I have Shattered Glass Optimus. It only makes sense to have Shattered Glass Megatron.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
I do not. I was a Masterpiece stream. He's not talking to me now, so good on him. Apparently, I was too harsh with the truth in the stream. I don't. But that being said, I didn't see any of the chat, Blue Raccoon. None of it. When I'm in anybody else's stream like that, I see zero of the chats ever. So I don't know what you said. Monster crossover idea with Dracula. Oh, interesting. Which is going to lead us into one of my exclusive ones. Interesting that you say that it's Dracula. Any love for Omega Supreme? Absolutely. That Siege Omega is great. It's not the Omega I got, but I did review him, and he is fantastic. Oh, it could be a Unicron head and Galvatron input. Yeah, you could be right there, buddy. Honestly. SCW wants a yes. I would love for Starscream Wife to have a shattered glass Starscream. I would love that. Season 2 theme song is Playing My Mind. I hope Shattered Glass Megs is a retool of Super Megatron and not Siege Megs. Ooh, that could work. I'd be down for that. That could really, really work. Jackpot was one of the G1 Action Masters. Kind of a jazz flavor. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. I no, I'm not planning to do a Pulse like. No, I'm not planning to do a Pulse Fest thing. I'll talk about my thoughts on Pulse next week, or if I go on Tails for a little bit on Saturday. I feel like by the time everything is revealed, it's going to be in the afternoon. I got stuff to do. I returned the X-Men transform. Oh, I saw X-Pants today, and I was like, cool. But Jay kind of turned me off from it and said that the transformation is a nightmare. And I'm not a crossover guy kind of to begin with anyway. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't think I need it. What?
Is the Death Star down in Scrapper's a Transformer?
Yeah, it turns into Darth Vader.
I think that's.
Yeah. It turns into he's a Titan, right? Or well, I guess he was Supreme class, not Titan. He's Supreme class, right? Because he's like that Unicron and Primus.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
So he is pretty cool. Okay, let's keep going here because we got a little bit more to cover before we get into the few exclusive things here to consider. We have 86 Voyager Wrecker in for it. Honestly, now one might say, "Hey, you got the RTS and the Combiner Wars Wrecker. They'll just be a couple of Junkions to go with them." I'm cool with it. Honestly, I'm really, really cool with it. Movie 6 Thrust from the Starscream. We already knew about that. I already said I plan to probably use it for Liege Maximo. Beast Wars Scorpenoc looks beautiful. I did a big custom on Scorpenoc. This one looks great. I heard some discussion earlier that some people thought he might be a retool of Dinobot. I don't see it. I don't see how it's a retool of Dinobot. I think he's a brand new mold. I like him. I like everything about him, to be honest with you. And then we get to the arc. Okay. First things first. Dragonfly gave me a Teletran 1. So I have a Teletran 1. It's neat that Mainframe turns to Teletran 1. And there's an argument to be said for if you already have a Teletran 1, I'm sure that there's more than one computer on the arc. True. I give you that. The arc itself, the ship looks okay. A couple of big gaps on the side, I guess, because of the transformation of the legs. But it looks pretty good. It looks, I'm not going to say it doesn't look good. The robot is supposed to be indicative of the last Autobot, and it's cool. Being the last Autobot is cool. It's a nice homage. It's something to the comics, but it's sort of out there. It's not one of the main Titans that we think of. And word is that here in Canada, which I find very strange what I'm about to say, in Canada, apparently he's going to retail for $249.99. Yet in the US, his Titan price is dropping $10 from the going $159 to $149. I don't understand why it would drop $10 in the US and go up $20 in Canada when the Canadian dollar is trading really strongly now. When I started, a Titan in 2013 with Metroplex was $89 Canadian at Costco or $134.50 at Toys R Us. This arc is now apparently going to be $249.99. That is an increase over 8 years of 85%. I don't see it. I don't see it. Inflation compounded annually is 24% over that 8 years. Where has Hasbro come up with this other 61%? I don't see it. As far as I'm concerned, they priced themselves out of the market with that. I don't see it. Unless they drop the price significantly, I'm not remotely interested in a very corner of the fandom Titan. The price is far too high for what you're getting, in my estimation. I don't see it. To each their own. If you do, cool. I think the price in the US is justifiable. I don't think the price in Canada is justifiable. Not at what they're asking there. If it goes on clearance, maybe. But that's the only way. That's the only way I'm in for it. It doesn't speak to me. It wasn't a character it was a character from the comics and then a ship. The arc wasn't a robot. It didn't transform. The last Autobot wasn't in the cartoons. I'm not that tied to him. I think it's cool. And if you're in for it, I'm not going to say you shouldn't be. I do think it's cool. I think it is a good looking ship. I think it's an okay robot. I just don't think it's going to be for me. I don't think I can wrap my head around the math for it. I don't know what he's going to be in the UK, but again, I would suspect in the UK it'll be similar to the US. Let's just go up here. And again, I can only go on the prices here, and the logic isn't there. The logic for the prices just isn't there for me. As we go down here a little bit. Not that he's bad. I just don't see the logic in Canada. Jazz, my fourth favorite Autobot. I never have been invited to the Tales. Going down. Expanse is a pain to transform. Planet of Junk set, Junk Heap. So really reluctant to get a new record. That's fair, D. Gray. If you got that one, I mean, there's no reason necessarily to get it. The character is very strong in terms of material, but the pegs and where the chest comes off the waist is super tight as well. I wanted to. Hey Ken, by the way, if I didn't say hi to you. Favorite characters. POTP version it's soulless and boring. RTS Wreck-Gar is amazing. It is the power. Yeah, the power of the primes are combiner Wars Wreck-Gar. You're right. It is soulless, but it's a good Junkion. It's not a great Wreck-Gar. It's a fine Junkion. As we go down here. Yeah, you can never have enough Junkions or Seekers. I'm kind of with Triple R there. We're almost done here, by the way, guys. Yeah, 249. Crazy, hey? Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm like, no, that's you know what?
You showed them to me, but you never told me how much it cost.
No, I was showing them to you because I was trying to keep you awake. But no, I think that's it's too much. It's too much for what it is. Yeah, 149 for the ARC in the US. Yeah. That's what I was saying. If I had the ARC and the Omega Supreme head, I would do. A lot of people have said that, honestly, Triple R. A lot of people are surprised that the homage here is to the last Autobot because a lot of people are saying, why isn't it to animated Omega Supreme? I think that would have made sense. Honestly, I think Titan should be retired. I think the size class is, I think it's run its course. I think you're digging deep to the bottom of the barrel now to try and come up with something at that size class because you've done the main boss that people would actually know. I don't. It gets to a point of law of diminishing returns. Is it worth making? Is enough people going to buy it? I don't think that this one's going to sell that great. I really don't. I think he will in the US, maybe in the UK. I don't know what the price will be over there, but it depends on the price they ask. $249. He's not gonna. It ain't gonna work for $249. We needed the Decepticon Commander class, 61% collector greed tax. Yeah, right. I finished Kingdom Wave 2 last month. People buy the Arc. People will just keep it in ship mode, and they might. But like, you need a lot of space to display that ship because it's flat and wide. You know. Hey, Crumple Zone, you're here for the most important part. So here are the exclusive listings. I haven't heard these anywhere. I hope that they get clarified tomorrow because right now they don't make a lot of sense. Okay, here we go. So we have another red card exclusive that apparently is going to be $34.99 Canadian. So my guess in the US would be about $25. I do not know what this is. It is not the 4-pack. It is not T-Rex. It is something else. Then we have BB Power for $69.99. Here, that is the price of a liter, roughly. So something liter price about $50 in the US. I assume BB is having to do with buzzworthy, but I don't know. I would guess it's some sort of huge bumblebee that's gimmicky. That would be my guess. This one is interesting. TF-BB WFC Deluxe World-S for $109.99. I think that is the Worlds Collide 4-pack because that is going to be $79.99 in the US. I think that's what that is. I think that's going to be the Worlds Collide pack, but I don't know for sure. We should find out more tomorrow. We know about Project Park. We know about Project Bat. Project Bird is going to be $89.99 here. I would guess about $60 to $70 in the US. I don't know what Project Bird is. It's the first I'm hearing of a Project Bird. BB Generation Origin for $32.99. That's the going price for a deluxe these days. So whatever BB Origin is, I would guess it's a repack of B127 in the Buzzworthy line, but I really don't know. I really don't know. Or could it be alluding to one of the new films? I don't know. Then we have, this one is weird, BB Evergreen for $79.99. Usually these Evergreen designs have been used for things with Cyberverse or things with Authentics line. I don't know what could use the Evergreen design and be $79.99. I feel like it's going to be in the Buzzworthy line. I feel like it's going to be a big Bumblebee. I feel like it's going to be gimmicky, but I really don't know. Hey, Axel. What else do we have here? This one is interesting. TF hyphen shine 2 dash BB and the and sign. I don't know what shine 2 and BB and the and sign could be, but it must be a big pack or a big offering because it's $89.99 Canadian. I would say about $70 US. Big ticket offering. TFSSBB versus pack. I'm assuming this is a buzzworthy pack that will probably have a Bumblebee and a Barricade in it, would be my guess. For $59.99, that's about the price of 2 deluxes. So that's what I'm assuming that is. Again, this is guesswork. And BB Crash for $24.99. I'm assuming some sort of Bumblebee Crash combiners. That's what I'm guessing. Do I know what that is? No. I think a lot of that's going to be buzzworthy. That's the news. Make of it what you will. I think we're going to find a lot of it tomorrow from the PulseCon thing. I'm going to check in with you guys, and then we're going to do the small unboxing. It's only a small one, but an interesting one. We're going to do that, but I'm going to check in with you guys first because I know you've been saying a lot of stuff, and I know I've been missing it. Would I buy Commander Class Motormaster? No. Why? Why would I? No. I don't know. Like, is it replacing Motormaster to be the body of Menasor? Is he still going to be in scale with the other combiners? If the answer to that is yes, he will, and yes, he will, then yes. If the answer to that is no, he won't, and no, he won't, then no. Let's see. You could hang it from the ceiling, I suppose. I'd say Starscream Wife would love that. Would you love me to get the arc and hang it from the ceiling?
Oh yes, let's do it.
Did you hear that? I don't think she sounds impressed. Yes, Axel, we're real. I know, it's shocking. Hey, Joseph. Red Black Ractonite and Green Vertebrake repaints. You know what? I'd be in for it. I dig those guys. I still want a new. Why do you want a new Metroplex? Did you not get the original Triple R? If you missed the original, I see why you'd want it. So we go down here. I'd like to know what the bird one could be. Project Bird. I did say Centurions. I meant the Centurion pack for Transformers, but I did love Centurions growing up too, Ken. I'm right there with you. Somebody bring back Centurions. Hey, Ultramarcus. So go down here. I've heard that they will be redoing the G1 combiners, starting with Menasor and Defensor with the Torso bots at Commander. No, no, that's too big for them. No thanks. Oh, Batman and Robin would be hilarious. Okay, so what did we get this week? Okay, so here's what we got this week. We got a few things. Let me get this stuff out. Let me get this stuff out here. First things first, we got a little head from Shapeways. This is a head for Jaguar from Lio Kaiser. Now you might say, whoa, GotBot, didn't you do a Lio Kaiser? Like, didn't you do a whole Lio Kaiser? Why do you have this little head? I have this head because we may be making some changes to him coming up. I don't know when it will be, where we will have the torso made of 2 deluxes, and I may need that head. So I do have that. Then we also had arrive a golden stabilizer. And you might say, what's that stabilizer for? Well, you may remember I had a gray one to go with Fast Track. Well, now we have a golden one. Did I straighten that up? A golden one, and I could put 2 on him if I wanted, to go with Black Rorichi. This is a bit of a different design, courtesy of Grimlock On. It is a much sturdier, much better design. It is a really well done design. He also sent me just a little. This goes in the claw of Scorponok, and it's what his huge gun blaster, that big orange thing, goes attached to. And the last thing that he sent me are 2 of these, like, shuttles, I suppose you call them, rockets. I have them attached to the center rocket that goes with Double Dealer. But by rights, these 2 silver rockets are meant to go with the Botropolis set and this guy. Or this duo, I guess. So a lot of little things like that is what came in the week. Nothing big, just a small little unboxing, but a fun one all the same. I'm going to just check in here with you guys just a little bit. Interesting. Commander torso and the limbs will make it too heavy. Yeah, I'm not. I haven't heard. To be fair, I haven't heard anything about any of the combiners being done. I've heard zero to give that any credence. But maybe you heard something I didn't. Um, Not for me. I have every combiner, and I think they're the right scale. Um, let's see. I missed the original Metroplex, and I really want a Metroplex that looks more genuine. That's fair, Triple R. That's fair. I mean, I wouldn't replace my Metroplex. I've done too much upgrade and work on him. But that's fair. Is that your Schwartz? Absolutely, it is. Yes, 100% it is. Hey, BL. Just got into the War for Cybertron line and have been watching your channel along with other Transformers reviewers. Do you think we'd ever get a release of the Amazon exclusives? I hope so. My fear is no, but if you had asked me when we got the clones in the very roundabout way during Titan's Return, if we would ever get them re-released, I probably would have said the same thing. And look at us now. They've actually been released in proper 2-packs. So I think if the demand is there and they could see making money, yeah, probably. Here's the thing with the Amazon stuff. Sometimes, not all the time, and it hasn't happened with anything from Galactic Odyssey, but sometimes EB Games in Canada picks them up. Hasn't happened with anything with Galactic Odyssey, and I wouldn't hold my breath for it. But sometimes. I guess we'll see. I hope for your sake, honestly, it does. Okay, ladies, gents, it is 1:07. I got things to do. I got places to be. I love you guys. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate you spending some of your Thursday night with me. I appreciate you giving me some of your time, man. I do know how important it is to you. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Teespring. By the way, a special little giveaway being planned for patrons and channel members. If they have Scorponok, they'll probably like it. Of course, you can hit the subscribe button, become a channel member. Don't forget, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here, at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, baby. You know what I'm going to say. Inside the videos.